Battlefield 2042 recently added the AN-94 Vault weapon. First, let's look at some raw stats. The AN-94 kills in 4 shots to 20 meters, 5 shots to 50 meters, 6 shots to 100 meters, and 7 afterward. That damage is similar to the standard ammo of the BF2042's or the high-power VHX-D3. Its 4-shot range is twice as long, but those guns have a 6-shot minimum damage. So the AN-94 is more close-range specialized compared to these more general-purpose ARs. However, they fire at a mid to high 810 rounds per minute, whereas the AN-94 fires at 622 rounds per minute, on par with the high-power ammo on the strongest and slowest assault rifles. I was thinking that this gun better have no recoil, or that burst better make me think lascivious thoughts, because that would be the only thing I could imagine would justify this low fire rate and low damage. I'm sure you could agree that giving this gun really easy handling would at least be a justification. Well, the recoil is actually horrible. It has far more recoil per shot than the high-power SCAR, which is the strongest damage model for assault rifles and even shares the same fire rate. It seems that the AN-94 at least has very little horizontal recoil, so firing becomes quite predictable after about the 3rd or 4th shot in full auto. The burst is not enough to be redemptive, but it's also not awful. In case you don't know, a gimmick of the real-life AN-94 is that it had a 2-round hyperburst, so the 2-round burst here fires much faster than the full auto. And while there's still some distance between your 2 shots, the recoil isn't ridiculous. Honestly, barely any more than the excessive feeling semi-auto recoil, so it's actually a meaningful burst mode, since it actually changes the function of the gun. Unfortunately, full auto always forces you to fire at least 2 shots, even if you just tap, but they're fired at the standard full auto rate. The attachments on this thing are dang weird. Unlike the others, it only has one magazine of 30 rounds, so it has the lowest capacity of any Vault AR, with reloads as long as the others' 40 rounders. Underbarrel is a bad grip, flashlight, bipod laser, and Vault grenade launcher, and there are some downright unique things for all-out warfare. The barrel has the 6 standard attachments, so that's good, but it also has flash suppressor, which has no downsides but hides your muzzle flash and reduces your minimap presence just like a light suppressor. It's like one of those but without the penalty or sound suppression. Unique to Vault weapons, heavy barrel, bringing fire rate down to 577 RPM, but bringing muzzle velocity up to the ridiculously high 1,350 meters per second. Since this thing has the very best velocities of assault rifles for some reason, even though it is among the poorest for range in every other way. Thankfully, heavy barrel does not seem to impact the hyperburst, or at least not enough to be noticeable, which I think was a very important correct choice. I just wish heavy barrel could have been on literally any other Vault weapon and it'd be better. Lastly, the optics are batty. There are only 9, 3 of which are Vault optics completely new to all-out warfare. A 2x, 3.4x, and a 7x, representing the highest any AR can go. Besides that, there's no basic red dot reflex sight, and the Shan 2.5x and Ghost Hybrid are about the best you have here. Why did they have to add so many cool features on top of this confounding garbage fire stat spread? Fun fact, this video is an addendum to my video covering every gun in Battlefield 2042 All-Out Warfare, since the AN-94 came out recently and made my video already outdated. If you want to know this level of detail about all of those weapons, go give it a watch.